gamers, there has been some big news on the horizon in Genshin Impact. And when I say big news, I'm talking big news. There's been an accidental leak. Now, this leak has not come from inside the company. This leak has come from PlayStation themselves. I don't know if people have seen this, but as you can see here, PlayStation accidentally leaks a major Genshin Impact update and leaves fans going crazy. The Tsaritsa arrives in version 6.3. The Tsaritsa. By the way, for anybody confused, that's the next update. I know we're doing Luna patches now, Luna 4, but that is technically version 6.3. Now, a lot of people are saying maybe they mistyped. That could be the case. It could just be a simple typo. They might have meant about Columbina, right? They might have meant about Columbina. I doubt it, because here's the thing. This wasn't just done in one language. This was every single language on the PlayStation site. I don't think this is just a simple AI translation issue. It literally states that the Tsaritsa is arriving. Now, here's the thing. I actually think this could be the case. And do you want to know why I think that? Let's think back to previous Ore conquests and how they've been done, right? Typically, the Orcon comes out in the or there's a big kind of finale kind of thing in the 0.3 patches, right? Here's why I think this could be true. After this patch, myself and a lot of other people have had the theory that Nordcry, the story of Nordcry, is going to, in fact, be over. Now, there's a couple of loose ends in the game that we kind of need to get to probably before we get to Snezhnaya. One of the biggest loose ends is the remaining Gnosis, specifically the Pyro Gnosis from Natlan. That has not been gotten yet. We've had no information about that. Last we know, Mawika's still, you know, popping off, holding on to that bad boy. It's not being retrieved by the Tsaritsa, by the Fatui, by anybody. Now, I have a feeling, like I say, after this patch, what's probably going to happen in Luna 4 is that we're going to go up against Dottore. I don't think we're going to win. I hope we are not going to win. I hope Dottore wins that fight and we actually have a huge nemesis. Now, I do think certain things are going to happen, like Raria coming back and Columbina coming back, of course, but how do you end off a major patch quest without the villain being defeated? I think you do it by the villain winning and the one person that has any kind of hold over said villain showing their face and trying to complete their project before Dottore can turn on them and complete his project. I think we will get to see the Tsaritsa. I think we will be working with the Tsaritsa, and I think it's going to be a very, very interesting revelation. I think we're going to get major patches for the rest of Nordcry. We still have so much left to uncover. Lieben literally spoke about Dorman Port. We are expecting Dorman Port, right? That's one thing. We were told during the summer event last year that we were going to be getting more Medjugorje stuff, and if y'all don't remember, the lore from the Medjugorje stuff was intense, dude. It was intense. There was a lot of stuff, including but not limited to not only a creation of Reindotir, the immortal being, but also Enjo. The amount of lore that was there was absolutely crazy. Now, we need a hint as to what's going to be happening in Snezhnaya, and I doubt we're going to get a traditional summer event this year, as in from the Hex and Circle mages, because they're so tied up in the Nordcry quest. So I do think at the end of Luna 4, we're going to get a little sneak preview of what's to come for Snezhnaya. This patch was inserted to make sure the storyline is wrapping up nicely so that we can head into Snezhnaya and it actually makes sense and we have barely any questions left unturned. I think it's the perfect time to introduce the Tsaritsa. I don't think it'll happen exactly as you said. How do you think it'll happen? I'm curious. Give me your theories, Shaq. Give me your theories. But we're going to find out in literally a few days, dude. Literally, what, 3 days? You think she will stop the Doctor? You think the Tsaritsa will stop the Doctor? I could imagine that. I definitely could. Now, do we think this is going to have anything to do with the Shades themselves as well, by the way, as in Easteroth and stuff? I think Easteroth is going to have a hand in this next story for Luna 4, especially with Columbina. It seems, it looks like she does have some kind of time manipulation abilities, whether it's when she's like, I don't know, opening her eyes or not. I don't know what it is, but it does seem to be the case that based on the information that we now have from YouTube videos being uploaded from not only me, but other people from the creator experience server and stuff showing off Columbina, even in her idols, she has these kind of time manipulation powers, it seems. I do think the Shades are going to appear to some extent. I don't know what extent that's going to be, because we could even get a freaking Columbina animated short, right? Not only a character demo, but also an animated short. We've had that in the past for other Archons, and she is the Archon of this patch cycle, it seems. You think Renova will step up? I think Renova's already had her spotlight in Natlan. I have a feeling it'll be one of the other shades. I do think Easteroth. I think we've gotten a lot of information about Easteroth lately, even from the Hex and Circle quest, not Hex, the Hexarai quest with Venti, right? A little bit of lore there. Nothing crazy, but a little bit of lore. So I do have a feeling Easteroth could have a hand to play in this. I hope they don't make Dottore good. I doubt it, but I pray not. I don't think there's any way that they can possibly make Dottore good. I really don't, unless they somehow go with the this is a rogue segment or something that is doing all the evil shit and original Dottore is not that bad. I really doubt it. That just wouldn't fit and it would not be good. It would not be good storytelling, I don't think. I think they've got a solid villain now, a very good foundation set for a permanent villain of the game, and Dottore should be the one character that we are hunting down for the entire rest of this patch cycle and also likely Snezhnaya. Genuinely, I think we have our antagonist. I've said since almost day one, dude, I don't think the Shades are the bad guys. I don't think Asmodee is terrible. I think she could be corrupted, like I said before. If you actually parallel the two side by side, Asmodee from the first cutscene ever and Dottore in the latest teaser, you can see both of them have this like data embedded stuff on their arm, and it looks like Asmodee's is corrupted and Dottore's is not. I have a feeling Asmodee might have done something similar to Dottore in the past, maybe not with the same goals in mind, but hers got corrupted either by, you know, Nibelung or outside influences such as forbidden knowledge, for example. Dainsleif, in the original trailer, he says something along the lines of, "Prove to me that you're more worthy than I to rescue her."
Defeat me, command me to step aside, show me that you are worthier than I to rescue her.
I think that's talking about Asmodee. I do not think that is talking about Lumine. I think it's talking about Asmodee, and I think we need her. I think we're gonna need the Shades to be able to overcome these trifling times. We need Dane to come back. I do think Dane will come back. Here's the thing. Raria had a voice line in the latest trailer.
I gotta get out of here.
I think the only way Raria gets out is if Dainsleif lets him out. Either he willingly lets him out or realizes that we need his help in terms of making sure Dottore eats dirt, basically. So he has to drop the power because he's the one holding Raria in that gate, right? He's the one using his power to keep it closed. I'm pretty certain. Dane helped open the gate. The gate are closed by default. I know he helped open the gate. I know that, but didn't it also say, and I could be wrong about this, it's been a while. Didn't it also say that he had to use his energy to keep him sealed in the gate? He said he needed energy to keep the gate open. Oh, so it was to keep the gate open, not keep it closed. Interesting. Okay. We did see that big blue boom at the end of the trailer as well. I have a feeling that's probably going to be Dainsleif. People think it's going to be a Celestial Nail, and although that is entirely feasible, I would like to think a Celestial Nail would do way more damage than what it looked like in that trailer. How would Raria be able to, like, get out then? I know he's managed to open the gate himself before, and to be fair, there's nothing saying time manipulation isn't a totally different ball game when it comes to going through the moon gate, right? But again, that could also be a case of the Shades helping out or something else even. I don't know. That could be a whole different plot point that we just don't even know about yet, I guess. I have been under the assumption for so long that Raria is going to come out of that moon gate and help us, and he's going to get his redemption arc. But what if it's the other way around, dude? What if Dottore helps him out? What if this was the plan all along from Dottore? What if he saw all of this? What if he knew Raria was going to get trapped in the freaking moon gate, and he's the one that's going to get him out, and then we're going to have a 2v whatever, and it's going to be both of them versus us? I guess there's nothing saying that couldn't be the case. Because I really don't want Raria to get a redemption arc, dude. I think he's also a very good villain. I think it'd be cool to have the Sinners and Dottore as the villains. Just by name here, if there's one type of character that I don't think should get a freaking redemption arc in this game, it is the quote-unquote Sinners, dude. Like, even Daughter. Sinners are sinners, for crying out loud. They did some messed up stuff, and I think they should keep doing the messed up stuff. It makes the game fun. Makes the game interesting. So I'm very curious. I'm curious if PlayStation did actually mess this up, or if this is literally just a typo. Maybe they did use AI. Maybe the AI was like looking at previous 0.3 patches, seeing that it was major Archon patches, and then they typed in 6.3, expecting it to be Snezhnaya, but it was actually the fill-it-in Nod Cry. Maybe it is just Columbina. Maybe the Tsaritsa's just not going to show up at all. This could be so many different things. In all languages, though, that's why I think it's not a typo, because it's in all languages, even JP. And here's the thing, chat. I don't talk about leaks, but I don't even consider this a leak. This is just a fuck-up from PlayStation. It's not a leak. It's literally official information. I'm pretty sure it's still not fixed.